Coming to you live and direct from Namdong Asiad Stadium in Incheon, Hong Kong. Number 1, Natasha Olsen-Thorne. Melody Lee at number 3. Look out for Poon at number 7. 3 of the playmakers, but look at this lineup here from Kazakhstan. Koshi Bayeva comes back in. Korotic is out wide, a try-scoring behemoth. And our referee, Kamamuta, readies us now for what is going to be, I think, maybe one of the games of the tournament. Hong Kong, they love to play with a high tempo, and when we say high tempo, we mean absolutely flat out. It's Kazakhstan straight away put under the pressure. Ball comes back, early error though. Dancing round on the spot. Hong Kong. Poon spreads the ball. Olsen-Thorne now straight into the Kazakhstan defenders and almost breaks them. Counter ruck is a penalty. Poon taps, goes quickly. It's one of these players that really does love the fast game. Excels at it, makes decisions very quickly. Kwong into contact. Chan lets the ball go down, but it's another penalty. And Hong Kong tap and go, and Natasha Olsen-Thorne takes it straight at the Kazakhstan players. They might be surprised to see that. Kwong looks to go wide. Melody Lee checks into the game. Torshfold. Poon looks over the top, finds someone out wide, finds Chong Kayan up and sneaks between the legs into the 22. It's a penalty here as well. Poon will want to go quickly. She does. She'll look for support. Who's with her? She's picked out the player she's after. They get in and turn the ball. They've secured it. It's out. Chong Kayan. Colleen Tushfold. Oh, big solid defence on Kwong. And Hong Kong, have they lost the ball? No, they haven't. They've got it back. Chong Kayan takes on the line. They go out one. Can they go out one more pass? They don't. Well, they should have. They couldn't. And now the counter ruck. Look at that from Kazakhstan. They lift the lid and push Hong Kong straight off the ball. And now Hong Kong yield a penalty. But I think that initial offensive blitz from Hong Kong might have really tapped the Kazakhstan team.
Yeah, well, that was a sustained period of pressure from Hong Kong there, about 2 minutes in possession. Kazakhstan taking a punt at the breakdown and have given up three or four penalties already, but they managed to secure one, and now they've got a line out, about 10 out from their own line. So what can they do here? They've got to clear their lines and try and get down the other end of the field.
Tuning in on the Facebook Live page, Sheldon Coffin. Kia ora, Mr. Bros. Kazakhstan now from off their own line. Ghosting round, they find Kushibaeva, gets into space. Pulling up outside her is Nurmatova, and they take it from end to end. And that all-out attack from Hong Kong in the end. Well, it just went up against the wall.
Yeah, some lovely set play there by Kazakhstan, secured their line out. It's a nice wrap in the midfield and then a good support line by Nurmatova to finish it. So
Well,
2 minutes with ball in hand, and Kazakhstan have it for 20 seconds and they've managed to convert already. Kick over, so 7-0.
Shibaeva, Nurmatova, and she looks pretty fresh. And Hong Kong took a good hard swipe at Kazakhstan early for the first couple of minutes. They had them right under the hammer. This classy outfit from Kazakhstan, they returned fire from long range. And well, they sunk my battleship.
Yeah. Here they go though, trying to break out of their own half now.
So, Hong Kong Back to the continuity game that they're famous for. They keep possession, toiling away. How they move it. Poon. Just taking it straight up. It must be part of the team instructions. Chan dispossessed. Kazakhstan with the ball. Hong Kong will have to regather themselves. Good, strong running. And that ball's gone forward as well. So, Hong Kong, to a certain extent, I feel, let off the hook.
Yep, good strip at the breakdown there by Kazakhstan, but Hong Kong win it back. Still got a bit of work to do though, right under their own sticks, about 95 metres to run to the try line. But they're a hard-working unit. They're good at continuity play, they're good at retaining position, so let's see what they can cook up here.
Poon Hoi Yan gets it to Chong Kai Yan. There is the ball. Oh, it's a bit of a dog's breakfast at that particular point. Glad the referee was willing to take control of the game.
That's 5 breakdown penalties given up already by Kazakhstan. They like going in there and contesting, but they've got to be a bit careful because they've also given up quite a few yellow cards in this tournament. So let's see how the referee responds.
Hong Kong through Kwong and then Tushfold, and now Poon Hoi Yan. And it is a penalty. Yellow card. Well, it's not the first yellow card that Kazakhstan have had.
The experienced Yakaleva goes to the bin for 2.
Tushfold's pass goes forward, and an opportunity for Hong Kong goes begging as they give the ball back to Kazakhstan, who now get the opportunity to just run that clock down.
One of the features of Kazakhstan, aside from the yellow cards, has been scoring while they've had players in the bin. So can they work a try here?
Well, form's anything to go by. Oh, it's a good shove too by Hong Kong. They've made life very difficult for Kazakhstan there. And that's good play. There's not many Kazakhstan girls out here, but the ones they do have are deadly with the ball in hand. The ball looking for a way through. Stepanuga into the action. Look at them fly into it, bodies and all, boots and all. Poon making life very, very tough, and they float one over the top of Kayan Chong, which may not be the toughest thing to do. She comes back beautifully and makes a tackle. Good, courageous effort by the number 11 for Hong Kong. And now Hong Kong fill in the D, chip and chase. Tasha Olsen Thor. Now, what can we get going here, Hong Kong? Dancing around, just waiting for some poor players to turn up. It's been a long half. It's been a very long half, and the counter ruck. They turn the ball over with 6 players, and they get it wide. And what do you know? Under the card, they score another one. Nick Goodman.
Yep, been happening all weekend. It's obviously a bit of a calculated gamble. Stepanuga goes in for her 3rd try of this tournament. So they throw numbers at the breakdown. Occasionally they get carded, but they just keep backing themselves, and it keeps working. So you can't argue.
Well, Kazakhstan have somehow done it again. 12-0. They hit Hong Kong at the break. This Hong Kong side, oh goodness me. They know how to scrap, these girls. They scrap and scrap and scrap a wee bit more. It doesn't help them in this case. Kazakhstan down to 6. I would like to see stats on teams who have scored as often as Kazakhstan have with less than 7 players on the pitch.
I think they'd be well up there. I haven't witnessed a side that's that efficient at scoring down a player.
So that's the half-time break. You can see there's a few of the VIPs starting to make their way back into the tent or into the stand. I assume that the raw beef salad has been consumed.
Yeah, be lean pickings down there 2 hours into a buffet.
There's a sea of sushi and other things.
Yeah. Assume there'll be a bit of rice left. And
Here's some social media for you all. Leave us some pictures, leave us some comments on Asia.Rugby on Facebook. You can find us there. That's where they'll be posting links for this Facebook Live broadcast. Asia Rugby on Instagram. It's at Asia Rugby Live. Keep a look at, or keep an eye on the story channel for Asia Rugby Live. There's plenty of engagement there. Here he is. Well, it's a shame that the Dragons aren't playing in the final tonight, but I'm sure if he was on Twitter, he'd be sending his appreciation. You could send it to Asia Rugby at Asia Rugby. That's a good chat. Look at him. It's a new Anthony Mundine in the making.
safe pair of hands and steaming onto the ball.
I don't think they'd be calling him Chalk, though.
So Hong Kong through Olsen Thorne will get us underway here. Can they score early and get themselves back into the game?
Second half for Hong Kong, and it's a big half for Hong Kong fans. As Kazakhstan take the ball, the try scorer, Stepanuga, steps into the tackle. Now they release it. They push it wide. 8. Yakovleva. And just to get it to Nurmatova, the other try scorer. Now they swing it back. Good tackle from Poon. Counter-ruck by Natasha Olsen-Thorne. Look at that.
Great
One
counter-ruck.
player putting all that pressure on. Korotic goes around 1, goes around 2, and sets sail for the line and breaks Hong Kong apart in the middle. Well, she's been a little bit scarce on the scorers board in this particular tournament. Even when I say that, it says 4 for the weekend. We've seen her trot in some big ones across the series. She was in dominant form in Hong Kong.
Yeah, brilliant individual effort there. Big don't argue fend and got those long legs pumping, and she's pretty hard to stop when she gets a bit of space. Korotic. See the fend here. Boom. Little bit of a swerve and the big legs are pumping. Very long stride.
It's a massive gate, isn't it? And once she gets those thighs swinging, very, very difficult to bring down. And 19 points to 0, and the ball sails over the head of Jessica Ho, wearing number 8 for Hong Kong. And Hong Kong now have to come from a long, long way back. Suspect though, as always, Hong Kong will be back in their fitness. Tough ball there for Hong Kong to take. Real, goodness gracious me. High shot was the call. Not quite a neck roll, but certainly concentrating all the force around the head. And they shift it. Olsen-Thorne upended, but not held. They tried to dispossess it. She gets it back, does well. Melody Lee takes on the Kazakhstan line. Who's going to be there to help her out? Chan tries to clear it. It's turned over by Kazakhstan, and the ball's popped forward. Ooh, Hong Kong living dangerously.
That could have been the final nail in the coffin if that pass had been slightly backwards. Yakovleva hitting a runner with a short ball, but unfortunately forward for Kazakhstan. It's perspective. Hong Kong now, though, battling bravely. Got a scrum midfield on the 22.
Well, the Koreans team and their friends and family taking the opportunity to sit down and have something to eat, which you can't knock them on that, as Aggie Poon gets into the game. Fires one wide for Natasha Olsen-Thorne. And if ever there was a weapon X for Hong Kong, they've got her on the park in the form of Poon Pak Yan, aka Aggie, aka the Guy Wu Express.
Good nickname. Speaking of expresses, Kazakhstan have just subbed their express on in number 11, Tachiova.
There they go. Kazakhstan, and they've just run it straight up the middle. That's a familiar line from Koshibaeva. We've seen her do it plenty of times. A bruising run, and it either ends with someone sorry they made the tackle, or Kazakhstan going over to score the try.
So that short ball that didn't work a minute ago because it was forward was executed a lot better there, and Koshibaeva ran in unopposed. Hits it at pace from depth, pretty hard to stop. Just powers through that gap. No chance for the defence.
Koshibaeva scores. Kazakhstan exert themselves even further in this game, and surely now we're heading to, well, I think potentially one of the best finals we're going to see on this circuit, as Kazakhstan player looks like he's taking a bit of a shot to the ribs, which is never fun. And a Japan-Kazakhstan final is in the offing. It's enough to really get the whips, wet the lips.
Be a great matchup.
It will be a great matchup. Japan, perhaps they're not going as well as they could be. Kazakhstan, perhaps going better than they should be. It's a could be, should be.
Hell of a mouthful. Another breakdown penalty from Kazakhstan. That's something they'll need to tighten up a little bit in the final, although maybe it's just a strategy. Keep attacking the breakdowns. Take a gamble.
From the mark, tap and go. Jessica Ho picks up. Now they move it wide. Olsen-Thorne has Aggie Poon looming up on the outside. Olsen-Thorne drives through, but ultimately goes into touch. And again, a possession that's, well, you wouldn't want to say it was wasted because it was good defence to get her that close to the sideline. And Kazakhstan just seem to be doing it all right, and it's all going their way.
In cruise mode now as they roll through to the final. They've lost that.
Hong Kong now. Olsen-Thorne finds Poon. Poon goes to the outside to line it up. They'll have to go to catch her, and they won't get the Guy Wu Express. She's being chased down from behind, but Aggie Poon, she's nobody's fool.
Great run there from Aggie Poon. You could see the determination on her face. She'll convert her own try from in front. Slots it through. Here we go. Look at this look of determination on their face. Spies the opportunity. And around the outside and under the sticks.
Well, she just hit the jets and flew right by. And Aggie Poon, well, I was saying previous seasons we've seen her run faster, we've seen her run freer. But still, she's got sensational pace. Aggie Poon now distributes. Jessica Ho flows one out. Karotic Comes across to make the tackle. Pascarina makes the ball, takes the ball downfield. Could be a last statement by Kazakhstan. No, it's turned over to Hong Kong. It is a tap and go. Never the 10, maybe the call from the referee, and it is. And it's another bin. Another yellow card for Kazakhstan.
Well, that's about average 2 a game.
I have to say, they're behaving very well. The discipline is high. Jessica Ho will take the tap, and does. Yuen on the wraparound. Olsen Thorne, Yuen again. Here's Jessica Ho, straightens up, takes it almost to the 22. Hong Kong bodies are there. Chan has to come in. There's another penalty. It's a tap and go by Natasha Olsen Thorne. Lays it back for Sham, and Sham scores.
A good reward for a determined effort by Hong Kong. Showed good spirit. They were down 26-0, but they kept fighting. And Sham comes up with the lollies.
Well, a try to Sham by some.
Converted by Aggie Poon.
And full time. It's all over. They make their way to the final. Kazakhstan 26 over Hong Kong. That's your final score.